that is pollution. Okay. What is pollution? Pollution means it is a thing that is making the environment very much polluted. Okay, pollution can be of different types, that is noise, sound, water pollution, soil pollution. Okay, today we are going to study about the pollution and the pollutants that are produced. Okay, the pollution is again of two types, that is man-made pollution and the natural pollution. Okay, natural pollution means it is done by the nature. Okay, so let's begin with the chapter 8, that is pollution. Okay, let's begin with the definition. What is pollution? Pollution means what? When harmful substances contaminate the environment, it is called as pollution. Okay, you can see that there are some harmful substances that are damaging our environment. So such type of substances which contaminate the environment is called as a pollution. Now, pollution refers to the very bad condition of the environment in terms of quality and quantity. Okay. So, the pollution, what is the definition of the pollution? The harmful substances that contaminate the environment is called as pollution. So, what is the effect on the environment? It is a very bad impact on the environment in the terms of quality as well as in the term of quantity. So, both are mattered here. So the pollution is mattering the quality and the quantity of the environment. Okay. So that is about pollution. Now, what is pollutant? Okay. So the definition of the pollutant says that after affecting natural functions of the ecosystem and causing harmful effects on the biotic and abiotic factors are called as pollutant. Means all the harmful all the factors which are harmful, causing the harmful effect on biotic and abiotic. Now biotic means uh, natural things. Okay, living things, you can say. uh, that is uh, that is air, water and soil. Okay, so the factors which are affecting or causing harmful effects to the ecosystem on the biotic and abiotic factors are called as pollutant. Okay, now pollution and pollutants are different terms. Now in this lesson, we are going to study three types of pollution. First is air pollution, second is water pollution, and third is air pollution, soil pollution. Contamination of the air by the harmful gases like poisonous gases, smoke, microbes is called as a air pollution. Now you can see the air pollution pictures here. So what is air pollution? Basically air pollution means contamination of the air by the harmful substance. Now which are the harmful substances? There are some poisonous gas, smoke, microbes present in the air which causes air pollution. Now if there is a volcanic eruption, you can see how much different poisonous gases can be emerge from the volcanoes in the air. Here if there is a forest fire, that may also lead to the pollution. Okay, and automobiles, so we are using the vehicles, that vehicles also uh, pollute the air, so they are also one of the factor that is causing air pollution. Okay, now there are two types of reason, that is natural reason and man-made reason. Natural reason means these are related to nature, and man-made reason means the man is responsible for the reasons of air pollution. Now what are the natural reasons of air pollution? Volcanic eruption. As I showed you in the previous picture, you can see that in volcanic eruption, solid gases, liquid material emerges out from the eruption. Okay, what happens? Some solid particles, liquid materials, and gaseous gases, different types of gases are emerging out through the eruption. Okay, so which type of gases are coming out? Hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, ammonium chloride, hydrogen, vapors, dust, etc. These are the gases. Now, earthquake. When the earthquake occurs, what happens that time? Even when the earthquake occurs, poisonous gases, water vapors from inside the earth is released into the air. Okay. Then the third natural reason is a cyclone and the dust storm. Means dust, soil, garbage, pollens, microbes are mixed with the air. Okay, so dust, soil, garbage, when cyclones or storms are there, what happens along with the air? What is taken, whatever garbage is there on the produced on the soil, pollen grains, microbes, dust particles, all are taken along with the air. Uh, okay, so that is also one type of pollution caused by the cyclones and the storms. Then forest fire. Forest fire also is one of the factor which is releasing carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, smoke in air. Then microbes in air. There are some certain microbes present in air. For example, pollens of parathenium, spores of bacteria, fungi are mixed with air. So we have seen the reasons that are causing air pollution. That is volcanic eruption, earth, cyclone, storms, forest fire, microbes. Now let's see man-made reasons that are causing air pollution. Okay. Now you are seeing that some people are burning the fuel like coal, timber, LPG, kerosene, diesel, petrol. These all fuels, they are creating, they are releasing carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide like compounds in the air which are harmful. Okay. Then when you are burning some solid waste, that time also, that is the one of the factors that is responsible for air pollution. Agriculture waste also, such are some types of pollution that is done, that are used as a air pollution. Then industrialization. Now you know that many industries release smoke in the surrounding, in the air. You can see from the chimneys of the industry, the smoke is released in very large quantity from the various factors. So which type of uh, gases you can see? Sulfur powder, you can see nitrogen oxide, you can see. Okay, so these types of things are released along with the smoke from the industries. Then atomic energy plants and blasts. Now here, as you know that uranium, thorium, graphite, plutonium release radiation in the air, thus pollution occurs. So atomic energy is also responsible for polluting the air. You can see that on our borders, if there is a war, then what happens? The atomic energy is used a lot. So there pollution occurs in more, pollution occurs due to this atomic energy. So students, we have studied about the natural and the man-made reasons that are causing air pollution. Okay. So not only man, but also nature is also responsible for the air pollution. But we cannot stop the nature, but we can change ourselves and try to pollute the air in a less quantity. Now, what are the causes of the air pollution? As we have seen that industries, automobiles, domestic fuel, high proportion of undesirable gases such as sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide are released. So these are the causes of air pollution. Automobiles, we have seen how the automobiles are creating the pollution. Industries, I told you the smoke which comes out from the industries is polluting the air. Even the domestic fuel is one of the reason that causes the air pollution. Now, what are the effects of the air pollution? So, air pollution affects the human health, animals, plants, and whole atmosphere is affected due to the air pollution. As you all know, air is a homogeneous mixture. Air is uh, taken by all living things. So all living things is having the harmful effect of the air pollution. So air pollution affects all the living thing, that is human health, animals, plants. Okay. Then greenhouse effect. Now what is greenhouse effect? The greenhouse gases are the gases which are responsible for reflection of the radiant heat from the earth itself. They causes greenhouse effect. Now here you can see that the energy emitted by the sun is absorbed by the atmosphere. So whatever energy that is emitted by the sun is absorbed by the atmosphere, and from the atmosphere it comes to the earth, and the earth you can get infrared radiation. Okay, as you know that ozone layer is present, is the protective layer near the earth, which does not allow the ozone ultraviolet rays to enter the earth surface. Okay, so infrared radiation, so that is about greenhouse. Global warming. Now what is global warming? It is unwanted phenomena of increase of the earth temperature due to the excessive increase in carbon dioxide in atmosphere. You can see here in the first picture, you can see the earth atmosphere is surrounding the earth, and from the sun you are getting some energy to the earth. Okay, and in the second, when there is very cold on the earth, the sunlight is not reaching on the earth, so there is no greenhouse effect you can see. And when it is normal, there is exchange of the earth and the sunlight. uh, there is exchange of the material you can see. But when there is very hot temperature, at that time the radiations are not emitted from the earth, but the sun, which uh, uh, brings the lot amount of energy or heat you can say, that heat uh, is again returned to the earth, and the earth becomes very hot. That is, there is excessive amount of green house effect you can see. So what is global warming? Global warming is the unwanted phenomena of increasing the earth's temperature due to excessive carbon increase in carbon dioxide. When there is excessive increase in carbon dioxide, that time global warming, in the unwanted phenomena is increases the earth temperature. Okay, so when the earth's temperature increases, that time what happens? There is excessive increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The reflection of the radiation heat from the earth to earth surface, this is known as greenhouse. So you must have understood the effect of the greenhouse and the global warming. Now uh, harmful effects of the global warming. You can see the melting of the glacier in the Himalayas, which may result in flood. You can see the in Himalayas the glacier is melting of the glacier is caused, which results to the flood. Then melting of ice in Antarctica leads to the rise of the sea level. When there is increase of high temperature in the atmosphere, what will happen? The areas which are cold, means where you found the snow, that is Himalaya, Antarctica, that snow will start melting, and that may result into floods, or it may lead to the rise in the sea level. So it is a very harmful effect or result you can see if the global warming is happening. So for that, you have to avoid the global warming. How can you avoid the global warming? You can uh, avoid the polluting the air. Means whatever amount of carbon dioxide is going in the air, which is polluting the air, that can be decreased by planting more amount of trees. As you all know that the trees inhale the carbon dioxide and gives us oxygen. So whatever amount of carbon dioxide is present in the surrounding, that will be inhaled by the trees, and we will get the oxygen. If this thing happens, then we will not have such harmful effects of the global warming. Then the third harmful effect of the global warming is change in the climate, rainfall worldwide. So there will be a great change in the climate and rainfall worldwide. Means all in the whole over world, the climate, whatever climate, temperature or rainfall is there, that may be effect due to this. So even 0.5 degrees Celsius changes in the temperature, that can affect the plants and animals. Means you can see how harmful global warming is. Even if 0.5 degree Celsius change is there in the temperature, that may harm the global warming. Okay, the next point is acid rains. Oxides of the sulfur and the nitrogen are released in the atmosphere through the burning of coal, timber and fuel oils. As you all know, as you all know, As you all know that the oxides of the sulfur, nitrogen are released into the atmosphere through the burning of coal, timber and fuel oil. So here you can see the burning of the fuel, and what they are releasing oxides of sulfur, nitrogen. Here you can see which types of oxide, uh, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide. So these oxides are released due to the burning of the fuel. So these oxide mix with the rainwater and forms acid. So here you can see formation of acid has been done with the help of mixing with the rainwater. And when the oxide mix with the rainwater, they become acidic. Now the sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, they have been mixed with the water, and what new reaction we can see that the rainwater has been created into sulfuric acid, nitric acid and nitrogenous acid. So this is the way how the acid is created in the clouds. Now this acid mixed with the raindrop and snowflakes and come down as the rain. This is called as acid rains. So you have seen how the acid rains come down. So burning fuel, when we burn the fuels like coal, timber and fossil fuel, they create some oxide. Which type of oxide is created? Nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide. So these oxides are created. Then this oxide mixes with the rainwater and forms acid. So which type of acid is formed? Sulfuric acid, nitric acid, nitrous acid. So these types of acids are formed, and this acid mix with the rainwater and snowflakes and come down as the form of rain, and this rain is called as acid rains. When the acid rains come down along with the rain, what will happen? There is a great damage to the animals and the plants. You can see there is a huge damage to the animals and the plants. Rohit, off your video. Then the harmful effect is of acid rain. You can see that it can damage the buildings and the statues. You can see when the acid rain is falling on the statues or the buildings like Taj Mahal, you can see that there is a heavy damage caused due to the acid rain. So this is very much serious matter. Then the second, it can destroy the forest and crops also. So it can also make the soil infertile. If the soil becomes infertile, we cannot fertile any type of, we cannot fertile the soil and crop any crops. Okay. So you can see how harmful effect we can see of the acid rains. Third, even the aquatic animals are killed by the poisonous rainwater. When this rainwater mixes with the sea water, you can see that the many aquatic animals are harmed, or we can say they are killed due to the acid rains. Okay. Now, the air pollution, uh, from the air pollution, some gases are coming out. For example, sulfur dioxide. Now, sulfur dioxide, what it does, it affects the respiratory organ of the body, and we may have the respiratory problems. Then there may be permanent damage of the lungs. So you can see how much impact sulfur dioxide can make our respiratory organs. It can affect the respiratory organs, that is permanent damage for lungs may also occur due to the sulfur dioxide. If sulfur dioxide is mixed with the air, then you may have these types of problems. Second, burning of coal or petroleum in the industries like oil refining, burning of petrol and diesel in the automobiles. So now nitrogen dioxide is also one of the important factor which is responsible for air pollution. Now you can see that burning of coal, petroleum in the industries like oiling, refining may cause the release to nitrogen dioxide. Even if you're burning petrol or diesel from the automobile, that also releases smoke or nitrogen dioxide, and that can pollute the air. So what are the effects that are seen on the human beings? Again, you can see that the respiratory problems we can have, and we can have permanent lung damage also. Then the third effect, that is the carbon monoxide, which is very harmful for us. As you all know that carbon monoxide is very harmful for us. Why it is harmful? Because produced due to the burning of the coal is limited supply of oxygen. Now you can see that in many farmhouse, you can see that there is a small burning of coal in inside the house. So it has limited supply of oxygen there, which can create highly poisonous gas, which is known as carbon monoxide. So if there is limited supply of oxygen for burning of the coal, at that time the carbon monoxide can be released from it, and carbon dioxide is the highly poisonous gas that can affect our health. Even the death can be cause of the person. Okay, so you can see how much serious carbon monoxide is. It also reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. So when it is inhaled inside, so what it can cause, it can reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, and death of the person can occur. So how can you avoid the air pollution? You can avoid the air pollution by using the natural gases such as LPG gases. Then during Diwali function, you should avoid bursting crackers. Use less amount of fuel for vehicles. If you are going nearby, then avoid using the vehicle. You can go by walking. So these type of things can avoid the air pollution. Avoid using the use of electric stove. Use of biogas is also one of the important thing that you can avoid the air pollution. Now the second topic is water pollution. As you all know, the contamination of the water with the undesirable substances which make it unfit for the use of the term water pollution is called as water pollution. Means the contamination solution of the water. In water, undesirable substances are released which are unfit for use. So we cannot use that water for any purpose, for drinking purpose or for any other purpose. So if the water is contaminated, there will that we can say that the water is polluted. Now, how does the water get polluted? First, reason for water getting polluted, that is biological pollutant. Water does not remain potable due to the alkaline, bacteria, virus, parasite, etc. Okay, so if the water is in the water, you can see algae, bacteria, viruses, parasites floating on the water. That means that water is uh, polluted by the biological pollutants. So these are the reasons for being biological pollutant. These are all microorganisms which pollute the water biologically and which can spread diseases. Consuming this type of water, that disease can be spread. So this is the one of the reason biological pollutant. So it is harmful for animals also. If the animals are drinking such type of water, they may suffer from different types of disease and death may also occur. Okay, you can see how much harmful water pollutant effects you can see. Second is inorganic pollutant. The substandard particles like sand, dust, soil, precipitant, salt, compounds, arsenic. These are all the radioactive materials which can be mixed with the inorganic pollutant. You can see that some industries, whatever waste material are there from the industries, they are drain away in the water resources. So what will happen? The inorganic pollutant will cause the water pollution. So these are the reasons that the inorganic pollutant that can pollute the water pollution. Then the third reason for water pollutant is organic pollutant. Now what are organic pollutant? Weedicides, insecticides, fertilizer, sewage, industrial effluents. So these are the reasons that can pollute the water. So if the insecticides, fertilizers are thrown away in the water, that may also affect the water pollution. Now you have seen in the water pollution, we have seen three factors that are affecting the water pollutants. First is biological pollutant, second is inorganic pollutant, and third is organic pollutant. So these are the three types of pollutant which makes the water polluted. Now let's see the reasons for water getting polluted. Okay, again we have natural reasons and man-made reasons for the water pollution. Let's see the natural reasons for water getting polluted. Aquatic weed, depletion in oxygen level. If the oxygen level is decreased, that time aquatic weed is growing on the water. Changes in the natural quality of the water may also occur. Then decomposing of the bodies of the plants and animals may also result to water pollution. The river current and its diversion may also result to the water pollution. Then soil erosion. Many biotic and the abiotic factors are added to the water due to the soil erosion. When there is a soil erosion, when flood-like condition occurs, that time or many of the biotic and the abiotic factors are added with the water, and it also released due to the soil erosion. Due to the soil erosion, what happens? Whatever ingredient, whatever nutrients that are present in the soil, that are taken away or washed away with the water. So that also mixes with the water and it may result for the water pollution. Microbes like fungi and bacteria grow on the organic material. If the microbes like fungi and the bacteria, if the water is polluted, the microbes started growing Okay, we have started with the microbes like fungi and bacteria. If there is a problem, if the water is polluted, that time what happens? Fungus and bacteria grow in the water. Even you can see the algal growth pollutes the water. You can see green color algae floating on the water. That is also one of the reason for water getting polluted. Then soil nematodes flow in with the rainwater. Nematodes are the roundworms which are present in the soil due to the soil erosion. These soils get due to the soil erosion, these get mixed with the water. So we have studied the reasons for water pollution. Now let's see the man-made reason for water pollution. Domestic sewage, which is from the villages or cities, are disposed in the river water. Industrial effects such as bleaching chemicals, leather pieces, fiber, mercuries can be released in the water. So there is industrial influence as well as domestic sewage can cause the water pollution. Sometimes while transportation, there is a spilling of from the tanker of oil. Oil can spill into the water. So oil spillage is also one of the reason. Then use of fertilizer and pesticides, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium containing chemical fertilizers may also mix with the water. You have seen that most of the fertilizers, when mixes with the nitrogen, potassium, uh, phosphorus, these things get mixed with the soil, from the soil gets mixed with the water. So this can also cause the water pollution. Then other reasons are also there for soil water pollution, that is disposable of human waste, washing clothes, decompose of hip and flax the water, disposable of ash. So these are plural offsprings. So these are the reasons that causes the water pollution. Students, we have studied the reasons that are caused by the nature as well as man-made reasons which are causing the water pollution. Now, what are the effects of water pollution on the human health? Disease like the cholera, malaria, typhoid can occur. Even the aquatic life get destroyed. As we have seen that when acid rains get mixed with the sea water, even the aquatic life is disturbed or damaged. In the same way, in the water pollution also, if the water gets polluted, it causes the disease like cholera, malaria, typhoid. Even the aquatic life can be damaged due to the water pollution, can damage due to the water pollution. So how can you avoid the water pollution? You can avoid the water pollution by not washing clothes, bathing animals, harvesting. You can harvest the rainwater. You can create dams. Okay, as there is a as we are facing lots of problem due to water. So if we build dams, if we harvest the rainwater, what will happen? It will be helpful for us only. So the river must be not be contaminated. Even you can see that the river like Ganga, you can see that the dead bodies should not be thrown in the river like Ganga. So if such things happen, then what will happen? That may result to water pollution. So these things are in our hand and we can avoid the water pollution. So we can think over these points and create awareness among the people not to pollute the water. Okay. Next, third topic is soil pollution. Now, what is soil pollution? The changes in the physical, chemical, and biological condition of the soil leads to soil pollution. There is a physical, chemical, and biological change in the condition of the soil. That time we can say that it is known as soil pollution. It can be again by the man-made rules. There may be reasons of man-made reason or there may be reason of natural reasons, resulting degradation in the quality. So the quality of the soil degradation will be seen if the soil is polluted. Okay, what is soil pollution? When the 1/4 of the area is covered by the land, that is called as land. As you all know that 3/4 area of the land is covered by water and 1/4 is covered by the land or soil, you can see. So land is the earth which occupied by the people for shelter and occupation. So many people build houses or build offices for their own purposes. Okay, what is the effect of the land pollution? You cannot construct houses, farming cannot be done in such type of land, as the soil will lose the fertility quality. Then the groundwater will also be affected. The household garbage, like putting plastic, as you all know that the plastic is very harmful source that can pollute the soil pollution. As you all know that the plastic polythene bags, they are requiring thousands of years for decomposing. So such things should not be, such things pollute the soil pollution. So we should avoid these things to do. What are the causes of the soil pollution? Mining, quarrying, sewage water, household garbage, industrial waste. Now you can see the plastic use here. How plastics are thrown anyhow. Then chemicals released in the soil. Then thrashes and fertilization, means it affects the fertility of the soil. Then the most important thing is that for reducing the soil pollution, 3 R's are important. What are these 3 R's? Reducing, recycling, reusing. So 3R is important for the soil pollution, to avoid the soil pollution. So what is 3R's? Reduce, recycle, reuse. So let's see more about this 3R's. That is, reducing means reducing the chemical fertilizer and pesticide use. So we can excuse me, we can make less use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Second, recycling. We can recycle papers, plastics, or other materials which we throw like this only on the land and which can lead to soil pollution. And reusing of the material. Try to reuse the material. So for avoiding the soil pollution, these 3 R's are very much important. That is, recycle, reduce, and reuse. Okay, then the soil consists of 4 different points, that is mineral, organic matter, water, and water. Okay, the major microbial groups in soil. What you can find in the soil? Fungi, algae, bacteria, protozoa. These are the factors that are found in the soil. The nutrients necessary for the plant growth. Which are the nutrients necessary for the plant growth? Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are the necessary nutrients for the growth. Okay, then here you can see how to control the soil pollution. The limited construction in sensitive areas. So the construction should be limited where the areas are sensitive areas. That is water bodies, forest areas, etc. These areas are known as sensitive areas, and there the construction should be in limited amount. Then what is the other thing? Use of less fertilizer, fewer pesticides in agriculture. Then prevention of land pollution. How can you prevent the land pollution? More and more land should be brought under farming. If you are bringing more and more land for under cultivation, what will happen? The soil pollution will not take place. Okay. Second reason to avoid the land pollution is trees should be planted everywhere. I told you trees are very useful for us. Waste matter should be disposed immediately. Whatever waste materials are there, that should be disposed immediately. avoid drilling the land for more underground water. So we should avoid for underground water. If we avoid drilling the land, there may prevent the land pollution. Then avoid using more fertilizers and pesticides. So you can prevent the land pollution by using less amount of fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, from the whole lesson we have studied that the pollution is the most harmful effect causing on the human, plants and all living things. The one solution for this whole pollution is to plant trees. So students, I request everyone to plant trees because the trees are the going to survive us, because whatever pollution is increasing day to day life, that may be avoided with the help of trees. So trees are the most important for us. Okay, so that is all about the lesson.